Hello, Constance here from Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So I thought I would just pop in for a quick Sunday Night Live tonight. Our internet was just cutting out a few minutes ago, so I don't know how long we'll be able to do this. When you live in a rural area, you are limited to whatever internet you can get. And sometimes you just have to deal with spotty internet, as the case is here. So hopefully it doesn't cut out and we're able to at least have this live chat here for a few minutes. So one of the things I wanted to bring up was yesterday morning, Saturday morning, I posted a bonus video of sorts doing a Q&A. I'm getting distracted already. Hey, hello, Ron. Welcome. Yes, I did do one last week, but it was a good long while prior to that I did one. As I was saying, lost my train of thought there. Oh, yes, yesterday morning's video. It is a collab, not a Q&A. It's a collaboration. I was invited to do it with, Katie from Heritage Ways invited me to do it. And I'm doing it with Vicki from Vicki's Country Home, Lori from Whippoorwill Holler, and we had all filmed our videos, and then there was a fifth YouTuber who joined in, and so she wasn't mentioned in the videos, but she is participating, and she did put a video up yesterday morning, and her name is Tammy from the Little Jordan Farm. And so I didn't want her to be missed out in being mentioned, and she will be mentioned in the upcoming videos. And there is a playlist, if you missed it, if you go to my channel's page and scroll down, I have a playlist set up where I will be adding everybody's videos from this collaboration, so they can all be found in one place. And I know Katie from Heritage Ways also said she was going to have a playlist, and some of the others might also have their own playlists of these collaborations. So thanks, Ron. It was fun doing that. It's neat when you get to team up with other YouTubers and work on something together like that. And what I did think was kind of funny is kind of like one of those like minds sort of deal, where like when I was watching Katie's video, I noticed that the way she does things is very similar to the way I do. We use a lot of mason jars, label makers, masking tape, all that good stuff. But she did have a great tip that I have not thought to mention to people, and that was about cloves. I know I used to keep all of my spices in the little bitty mason jars, and I remember the cloves corroding the metal lids, and that is something you have to watch for with cloves. There's just something in the properties that they will corrode metal, so it's always good to have a plastic or enameled or glass or some sort of lid that is not metal when you're storing cloves. So I thought that was pretty neat. I'm a little exhausted today, getting a little tongue-tied already, I can tell. So tomorrow's video should be an interesting one. There's a couple of exciting things in there. And you ever notice how when you have something that happens, something like extremely physical and very adrenaline rushing, that it puts a lot of strain and stress on your body that you don't realize at that time, but then a day or two later you start really feeling it, and you can't remember what you did, but then you remember. So yeah, I'm kind of in that situation today where my entire body is killing me. I'm very sore because I had something that happened the other day that was very physical and very adrenaline rush, which you will see all about in tomorrow's video. So It was fun. I'll just say that. Yeah, her cloves tip. And it was funny because that's actually something I hadn't thought of in a long time until I saw her mention that, and then it was like, oh yeah, that's right. Cloves do corrode metal. So that was a good tip that she shared there. Oh goodness. Let's see. I think there was something else I was wanting to mention. And of course, now that I'm sitting here, I can't recall what it was. So we've had a couple beautiful days of good weather. Today was gorgeous. And of course, I was once again busy working on other things, and I wasn't able to get outside and do some of the outside stuff I wanted to do. Hello, Little Garden Big Dreams from Australia. Welcome. Welcome, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. We got two Kathys. Different spellings. So yes, it was a beautiful day today, but sometime overnight it's going to start raining again. We're supposed to have thunderstorms. I'm hoping we don't get too much actual rain. What? Oh. You know, I think we're supposed to have a 70% chance of rain tomorrow. I just hope it's not supposed to dump a lot of it on us, because we're actually finally getting to the stage here where we're not standing water everywhere, and we're starting to dry out. I mean, we've still got mud, but yeah, I'm hoping we don't get too much rain this week. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, I try to do these every Sunday evening, my time. There for a while, I went several weeks without doing any because our internet had been really spotty because of all the rain that I just mentioned. For some reason, I don't know if it's our underground cables, if there's something wrong in there, but every time we get super waterlogged, our internet gets really spotty, and it gets very, it'll cut in and out. And so it makes doing things like this, where you need a steady stream, a little bit difficult. More small kitchen storage ideas. Yes. I've got stuff popping up on my screen. Go away there. Sandra, welcome from Michigan. Fellow Midwesterner. I might live in Alabama, but I am from the Midwest. I grew up in Wisconsin. It's Monday morning there, and you're off work, so the timing's great. Good. So yes, tomorrow's supposed to be the big day of rain, 70%. After that, it's supposed to taper off, and then I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are all supposed to be beautiful. And so I hope that sticks, because the last couple weeks I have been swamped with deadlines and projects that I've been working on indoors, like at my computer type stuff. But the next couple of weeks, I don't have anything like that on the books. And so we should have some good weather. And so hopefully I can finally get some of these outside projects in the works. If we dry out enough, I've got to get compost delivered from the farm that's near here, the same guy that brought my compost last year. But of course, that can't happen until things dry out. And I really want to get a couple more raised beds built. You know, if the weather is not cooperative and I can't get out there to build more this year, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I really would like to have more raised beds. At the very least, I need to get that compost in, the ones that we already have, because I have some early things that I would like to get started in those beds soon, very soon, like the brassicas, the chard, all of those things that I planted a few weeks ago that I've got still growing in the bedroom under the grow lights in the window. Those need to go in the bed soon. So hopefully this weather will cooperate. Hello from Ohio. Welcome. Thank you, Joe Mama. Oh, Joe. I think you're Joe, right? We had a hot one yesterday for the first day of autumn here. Now it's cool today. This weather is insane. Yes. So here in the U.S., we had the, we have that Farmer's Almanac, and they had predicted a polar coaster winter for here this year. And there wasn't a whole lot of polar, if you ask me, but it was very coastery, where it went from cold to ridiculously warm and back and forth, very sudden, a lot. So I can kind of see that. Okay, so yes, that is Joe. Do you have direct seeds ready or not yet? So there are a few things that I would like to direct seed right away. Like I would like to get some peas in and some of the green beans that you can plant kind of early direct sow. There's a few things that can go in. Some lettuces. I've got several things like that would be direct sow that I would like to get in as soon as possible. It's like the time now to be doing that. But again, we've been so wet. I don't know that the farmer can actually scoop up all that compost and bring it here without it compacting into just, yeah. The farm that I get the compost from is just a short distance away from where we are. And so they've had just as much rain as we have had. Hi, Patricia. No, I have not gotten to work on my ceiling yet. However, I did find out yesterday, I think it was. So one of the dilemmas was I needed 2 days because I needed time to get all the wood cut, and I needed time to get it all here in the back of my truck and not get it rained on or anything like that. But I found out that there is a place in the area, not in the town that I live, but there is a hardware, lumber yard type of store that I can get the wood cut for me. I don't have the table saw to do it. So I'm actually going to call them this week and confirm that they'll cut the wood for me if I purchase it, and all that stuff there. And then if that's the case, then all I need is an hour of good weather, and I can get all the wood here and I can get started on this ceiling because I'm feeling the pressure. I really am. Right. I don't want them to wash away. I mean, there's a few things you can do with the small seeds like lettuces and things like that you can, once you sow them, to kind of help protect the seeds. Using row covers can help them, protect them a little bit from rain as it comes down. It'll still allow the moisture to soak into the garden beds, but it'll kind of filter it so that it doesn't, beat down on the soil and dislodge everything. So that's something that you can do. I did see a trick though on Roots and Refuge a week or two ago. And it was so funny because as soon as I saw her do this, I'm like, I remember reading that in one of my old-timey country homesteading magazines or books or whatever years and years ago. And that was when you plant your carrot seeds, that you lay wood down on top of them, like just pieces of wood, and it protects the seeds, it holds them still, and it keeps in the moisture and allows the carrots to take root. And then you leave that there until they actually germinate and you've got little sprouts, and then you pull it up. So that was a really good reminder of a trick that I had forgotten all about. Carrots are one of those things that I honestly have struggled with. I planted some in the fall out in one of the raised beds, and I only had a handful of them come up, but we had massive storms right after I planted them, and so the seeds just all probably got completely buried, and that wood trick would have helped out. So I am definitely going to keep that in mind for the next time I plant carrots, and remember that this time. Yes, Finders Keepers. That is the name of the antique shop that I went to last week, and I found, well, this fruit bowl and the lamp that I put on my nightstand. Patricia, when you go there, hello, Janet, welcome. When you go there, as you walk in the door, the desk, the counter is there on the right-hand side, and in the very front right corner is a doorway, and that's where the stairs are that go down into the basement. And as soon as you get down the stairs, you turn an immediate right, and right in there is a little booth. It's kind of like a nook almost, and they have like a little faux fireplace set up and everything. That is my favorite little spot in that entire antique store, because that is the guy or gal, I don't know. I kind of lean towards guy because there's a lot of tools and things like that, although, you know, anyways, that is the one that has really neat, very unique antiques, very farm related, not all farm related, but everything is labeled. So when you see this really cool thing and you have no idea what it is, that particular booth labels it. They know what everything is in that booth, and so it's all labeled, and I appreciate that. I mean, a lot of times when I'm going through antique stores, I'll know what most of the stuff is, but sometimes you'll see things or like some sort of old device, and it's like, what is this? What does this thing do? And that particular booth has it labeled. So I think that's pretty cool. So if you get a chance to go there, you'll have to check that out. Let's see. Yes, I helped a friend out with her microgreen sprouts business, and we cover the seeds until they sprout. It gives a much better germination rate and stronger plant. I would say so. That's definitely what we're going to be doing next time around. Hello, Copper Kettle Farms. Do you ever go to the antique mall on Main Street in Hartselle? Yes, yes. I have been in that one several times, here and there. There's also another one, kind of the block behind that one. El Marie's, I think it's called, or something like that. I go in there quite a bit. And then there's another really large one on Highway 31 in Hartselle. That is next to the Arby's, and I forget the name of that one, but that's a really big antique store too. So if you're ever in the Hartselle area, that's a good one to check out. Oh, thank you, Janet. Yeah, I like that little light, and that little lamp. And what I like is that when you click the switch, it's kind of like the key sort of switch on it. The first click lights up the bottom of it, so it's a very soft light, and I really like that, because if it's early in the morning and I need to turn a light on, I can just click on that low light and it's not like blinding me. Ron says, I like seeing something that I don't know what it is. I do too, and I like the puzzle of trying to figure out what it is. But it is nice when you have somebody who is knowledgeable about what it is that they're selling, because I think sometimes you go into these different booths at the different antique stores, and sometimes they're selling stuff, and I don't always think they know what they're selling. So I just think it's good for them to be knowledgeable about it too. Any excuse to shop and lunch at the Freight House. Well, Patricia, if you come up to Hartselle, do let me know. And we will definitely have to get together again. Hi, seasoned mom. Welcome. Hi, Meredith. Welcome. Unpolished Gardens. Hi, you guys. So another thing I wanted to mention was about the collaboration that I did yesterday morning. Hi, Plain Speaker. Hi, Cindy. It was, I actually misspoke. This whole series is supposed to be 3 weeks. And I said in the video the next 3 weeks, but it was actually 3 weeks total. And so the other channels will only be doing 2 more videos each, as far as I know. But I may go ahead and do a 4th one. That way, you know, if people are looking for a 4th video after this week, the 3 more additional videos, then they'll at least get it from my channel. Because like I said, I did misspeak when I said that, and I didn't catch it until I was in the editing process. It is what it is. I'm human. Speaking of editing process, so I had a video that went up this week. What day was it? The Friday video. It showed up as being like a 30-minute long video, and it clearly wasn't. It was actually a pretty short video. I think it was maybe like 6.5 minutes. So when I'm doing the editing, I have a template, and it's a little bit of a shortcut that I've created so that I can just pull in all of my video clips, you know, giving you a little bit of background information. And it places all of the other parts that I need for every video in place, but I never know how long a video is going to be. So I made this template about 30 minutes long. And when I get done editing videos, I just cut off the end of it so that all that dead space is gone, except I forgot to do that in the Friday video. And so there was a whole bunch of dead space at the end of it. So I'm human. I make mistakes. What can I say? I think considering I've probably edited over 1,000 videos since I started doing all this stuff. And that has happened a couple of times, but I usually catch it when I'm uploading. I was just really busy Thursday and I didn't catch it. So #human. Ron, good question. So did we talk about the collabs, about what we're going to do for these collaborations? A little bit, not quite. So a couple of people mentioned, well, I might do this or that. Really, it's going to be a surprise. And to be honest, I've only got a pencil sketch of what I plan on doing for mine. And I will get them all worked as it happens. So I'll get it all worked out. We'll figure it out. What are you looking for, honey?
Your noodles?
Oh, they're in the freezer. They have to cook separate. I'll cook those in a minute. Hi, Peggy. So I do know that one of the channels is going to be doing a bunch of spice blends like Creole and Cajun and things like that. I've already got those types of spice blends on my blog, so I don't see the need to do anything like that. I'm going to try and do something completely new. Actually, one of the recipes, a little bit of a sneak peek, I suppose. One of the recipes that I'm working out is a grain-free paleo baking mix, something like a pre-made muffin mix that you can just add in things to make different kinds of muffins. So I'm working on that this week, and that should be one of my videos. It might not be this upcoming weekend video. It might be the next one. It just depends on if I can get this recipe to work or not. Otherwise, we'll have to figure it out. But that's one of the recipes that I plan on doing. pancake mix. That's actually, I was actually thinking about doing a pancake mix. That's kind of on my idea board as well. I might have to up that one. What, honey?
That cheese.
Well,
The mascarpone cheese waffle thing that you make.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The ones that you put the cheese in.
The ricotta?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pancake.
So Mr. Smith is chiming in on the ricotta pancakes, which, okay, so there is a recipe on cosmopolitancornbread.com for ricotta pancakes. They are these super fluffy, they're not grain-free, paleo, or anything like that. They're traditional pancakes, but they are probably our favorite traditional pancakes. They're really, really good because you beat the eggs until they're super, super fluffy. And then you fold in ricotta cheese, and then you fold in the eggs, and it takes a couple bowls to make it, but it's totally worth it because they are fantastic pancakes. Hey, Constance, where do you find the time to do all that you do? You seem so motivated and busy. What? Somebody's being a smart aleck over there. So I go through spurts. I honestly do have times where I feel like I do get a little burnt out, and I will maybe skip a week of doing recipes or things like that. But I try to, hold on. I try to stay organized, and I've talked about this before. This is my planner, and I have all sorts of notes, and I try to stay organized. Hi, Teresa. And one of the things that I do, because I do so many recipes, I try to do a cooking day where I will make and photograph and prepare multiple recipes all in one day and then schedule them out. That way I'm not having to try and do all of that every single day. And when the weather is lousy, like it's going to be tomorrow with all of the rain that we're supposed to be getting, tomorrow is an ideal day to prepare and photograph and do all this stuff for multiple recipes and get them scheduled. And then as soon as I've got beautiful weather, I can jump outside and get some of the stuff done that I want to do out there. And I'll still already have things scheduled for the blogs and all of that. Natural State Gardener. Thank you. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles in Wisconsin. Hi there. Hello from California, Peggy. Yeah, I've talked about this before. One of these, this is just a leather case. It's got a bunch of elastic bands that can hold multiples of these little Cahiers journals, I think they're called. They're made by Moleskin. And then in the front, I just have kind of a journal tucked in there as well. And I just use this it's called the Traveler's Notebook is the idea. And then I mixed it with a bullet journal kind of like, it's a mix-mash or mishmash, I guess the phrase is. I just kind of took different ideas of different journals and kind of put them together and found a system that works for me. And so that's how I try to do this. And then moving my posting time to midday for the videos is a way of helping me coordinate doing all of this stuff that I do. Because like I mentioned the other day, sometimes I don't get a video edited, and next thing I know, it's almost bedtime, and I should have a video up in the morning, and it always takes me longer to do a video than I think it will, the editing, and I need my 8 hours of sleep, or I'm not a happy camper. So I moved it to midday. That way, if I need to edit in the morning, I can. Let's see. Yeah, we are stationed. We are located in northern Alabama. I say stationed. We were an Army family for 25 years. I don't know where stationed came from. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I thought that was a great little find. It's not a real antique or anything like that, but it has that look, and it was very inexpensive, so I thought it would be perfect. I have a planner. I just need to get better at using it. Thanks, Ron. I forgot to tell you about a new channel of some people who live in your neck of the woods. Welcome Homestead. Oh, okay. Let me write that down. Is that the name of the channel? Welcome Homestead? There aren't really very many YouTubers that I have found in my immediate area. I would love to find some others and maybe have like I would love to do like a homesteader get together, meet and greet sort of thing. I think that would be a lot of fun. There's other states that have them, but there's never one in Alabama. Okay, yes, that is the channel. All right. I will look that up. Thank you for sharing that. Video rendering. Yes, rendering video is the worst. That is the truth. And the dogs are wrestling in the other room. Does your kitty knock over the other things besides your plants? No. They don't really knock things over too much. Hickory, our old cat, he's not agile enough to get up on things really anymore. Ava will go on things and jump, knock things off a little bit, not too bad. But yeah, we don't have too much trouble with the cats messing things up. Indiana says hello, everyone. Hi, Kara. I'm a retired vet myself. Some days I miss it, but the homestead makes up for it. I agree.
Thank you for your service.
Mr. Smith says thank you for your service. Oh, they have a llama. That's fun. Yeah, I will definitely check that channel out. Plain Speaker mentioned another channel called Welcome Homestead, who is in my neck of the woods. We're having the shindig here the 1st of April. It's Roots and Refuge and VW Farms. Yeah, I know. I would love to attend that one, but I did so much traveling last year that I'm just...
And I'll be gone. The 1st of April.
Yeah, Mr. Smith is going to be traveling, so I couldn't leave anyways. Homesteady got camels. Did they really? Oh my goodness. No, I have not seen that. Oh, how funny. Oh, rolling Homestead. My Great Dane is the biggest one that tears stuff up. I don't think Great Danes know how big they are. My aunt and uncle had one when I was a kid. He was the best dog, and he was obedience trained, and I could walk him as a kid. I didn't have a dog when I was little, and so anytime I got to go to my aunt and uncle's and walk their dog, I thought that was the biggest treat, and just so cool. And he was a great dog, but he absolutely did not know how big he was. He really did remind me of that Marmaduke cartoon, because he was always getting in trouble, and it was just stuff that like he would wag he wasn't cropped, like his tail wasn't cropped, and he would beat things with it and knock things over, and he just didn't know. I live less than a mile from the fairgrounds. Would be happy to help anyone might just might just be, if I can talk. Would be happy to help anyone that might be coming. Just holler. I would love to go to that. Maybe I can plan on doing it next year. Assuming there will be a next year. Valerie is a lady that Ron and I both know. Ron Marquez, she's actually an old Army friend of mine, fellow Army wife. And we have a mutual friend named Valerie who had a Great Dane. And Valerie's Great Dane used to lay on the back of her sofa. I think I remember seeing a photo of that. Yeah. Yes, they do think they're lap dogs. Meredith, what would they do with camels on a homestead? I don't know. Apparently they're milking them. No, thank you. And the dogs are going crazy. So let me know if our internet is doing okay, if I'm buffering or anything like that. Right before I got on, our internet was cutting in and out really bad. I wasn't sure if I was even going to be able to do this live stream tonight. And so hopefully you guys are able to see clearly and everything. They said it was salty. Oh, I can't imagine what camel milk would taste like. I don't think I could give over the idea that it's camel milk. Have a good one, Plain Speaker. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, thanks, Cindy. Welcome, Susan. I don't know if I don't think I welcomed you, but welcome. Okay, good. I'm glad it's doing all right. Okay, well, thanks for stopping in, Ron. Yeah, country internet. Gotta love it. Have a great week. Okay, good, Peggy. Thanks. Not good. Camel milk reminds me of camel spiders. No thanks. Mr. Smith says, I hate camel spiders. Good night, Ron. So yeah, we have, I have a video coming up tomorrow. Where there's a little bit of an announcement. Well, there was a little bit of excitement that I had on Friday, and then there's been an addition to the homestead, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You will have to watch the video tomorrow and see. Let's just say that there was a little bit of an impulse buy.
It wasn't socks.
And it wasn't socks. Yeah. Yeah, those camel spiders are disgusting things. I mean, to me, they don't even look like spiders. They just look like some sort of evil spawn of some sort. Yeah. Let's just say that spring is here and there's babies everywhere. That's the only hint I'll give. Who purchased the impulse item, you or Mr. Smith? I am not going to say.
No, I say go ahead. Just know certain things.
Oh. Okay.
I say go ahead and get them.
Mm-hmm.
But just not
the
thing.
Okay. Shh. You're gonna leave it hit. Yep. Oh, camel spiders are horrible. You might not want to do that, little garden. Big dreams. They're terrible. Hideous. No, I will safely say that no, we did not get more ducks. But that's the only hint I'll give. Yes, yes. Little Garden Big Dreams just looked up camel spiders. They're hideous.
It's big enough for your pasta.
I have no idea, honey. I have to look at it and see what it says. So I went to the grocery store the other day and I actually found some paleo spaghetti in the freezer section. So I'm going to give this a try. It's made from almond flour. So we're having spaghetti and meatballs tonight, but I'm having the paleo version. So we'll see if it's any good. No, we definitely do not have 5 dogs now. No. No. 4 is too many, but we love every one of those little stinkers. So hello, Laureen. Welcome. I try to do a live chat every Sunday night, just kind of an informal Q&A. The weather has been a little uncooperative the past few weeks with a lot of rain, so our internet's been spotty, but I've started them back up. All right, have a good dinner, Rolling Homestead. No Easter bunnies. We've already got a few of those. We've still got the rabbits that live out there. All righty. So I think we will go ahead and get ready to wrap this up since it's about 6:45. I need to go get the rest of dinner going. Mr. Smith's kind of covering part of it over there. But yeah, you'll have to check out the video tomorrow and so you'll know what we've added to the homestead and you'll know why my body feels like I've been hit by a truck today. But it'll be fun. Oh, how old are your kids? Oh gosh, I have to stop and think a second.
Oh,
I know. Okay, so 22, 25, and 27. Sounds about right. Something like that. I'm the worst when it comes to stuff like that.
92, 95.
Yes, 97. They were born in 92, 95, and 97. I can't remember how old I am half the time. We will be getting goats at some point, but that was not the addition. Not yet. Although I have been coming up with some ideas to make the process a little bit easier, I think. And I actually know somebody who is wanting to find a new home for her 3 goats. So it may happen sooner than expected. Yes, they're all grown up. No grandbabies yet, though. None of those yet. One of these days. So, alrighty. Well, we will go ahead and remembering your age will get harder as you get older. Well, I'm a lost cause if I'm forgetting it already then. Well, I don't focus on age. To me, it's just a number. It's just a thing on your driver's license, and how old you are is really a matter of how old you feel, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think we'll break the internet, but I think it'll be cute. So, but all right. So we will call this a night. Thanks for stopping in, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I hope you enjoyed the tour of the kitchen yesterday, Mr. Smith. And have a great one. I'll talk to y'all next time.